Okay, today we are going to talk about, well, something you've done many times throughout Montessori, but it's one of the lessons that's really good to start with because there's so many possibilities for follow-up work. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and as I ask these questions, I'll write them down on my little ticket here. And let me see, do I still have my scissors? Oh yes, always in my pocket. Got my little scissors. Okay, so usually I would ask you, like you sitting here, a question, and then you tell me an answer and we'd write it down, but you're not sitting here and you can't answer that question. So I'm gonna ask the question and I'm gonna pretend like you gave me an answer. I've heard a lot of answers for this lesson, so here we go. What did you have for breakfast? Well, I'll answer this one. I had oatmeal. I have oatmeal for breakfast almost every single day. I've had oatmeal for breakfast almost every single day for like 20 years. So, oatmeal. Oatmeal. All right, so I write it down. Well, let's see. How did you get to school today? Well, most of you are probably sitting at home right now. So I got to school by driving my car. So I'm gonna put car. Now, this one you guys might be able to answer. Wait, car, okay. What about riding your bike? When you rode your bike last time, did you put a helmet on? Okay, I always wear a helmet when I ride my bike. So we're gonna write down helmet. Helmet. Okay. We got helmet. Now, when you woke up this morning, did you wake up in the woods, laying on leaves? Probably not, right? You probably woke up in your house. And so I'm gonna write down house. I woke up in my house this morning, really early too. So I have house. Okay, let's see, what else is there? Did you put on shoes today? Or did you get dressed? I hope so. We put on clothes. So I'm gonna write down clothes. Now, these are all things that humans do in some way. Now, the last one we're gonna talk about is a little bit different. And I'm gonna ask if anybody played music or went to a museum. Probably not a museum because they're closed most likely. Maybe they attended a virtual church service or went to an in-person church service. And these are other things that people might do. So I'm gonna put down music. You guys know, most of you guys, 5th and 6th graders know how much I love music. So, now, what we're talking about today are the fundamental human needs. And if you see the chart here, this is a chart you've probably seen before. Each of these words that we did fall into a category here on the chart. Now, let's take our first one, oatmeal, okay? Oatmeal. That's gonna fall under nourishment. Okay, there we go. What did we do next? Oh, how did I get to school? Well, I drove in my car. That's gonna fall under transportation. Transportation. And when I rode my bike, I protected myself, which is defense. Okay, I'm gonna put that here with defense. And when I woke up this morning, I woke up in my house. We're gonna put that with housing. And I covered myself up with clothing. Okay, so I'm gonna put this with clothing. Now, the last one, you can see if you look at the chart here, it branches off into two categories. One category has material, and these are all the physical things that we need. The other one is spiritual, okay? And that's where music comes in, or religion, or jewelry, things that we decorate ourselves with. These don't actually keep us alive by keeping us warm or safe or giving us nutrients, but they keep our mind alive because we really need these spiritual things. Now, the follow-up for this lesson is so open, and that's why I like doing it in the beginning of the year. There are so many things that you can do follow-up on here. that I'm going to let you go with it. It can be art, writing, stories, you name it. Let's see what we come up with. Thanks, guys.